y'all. Simply put, just want to impart a little bit of wisdom on you guys today. Yo, go ahead on and like, share, subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments in the comment section below. Your comments will be greatly appreciated. Today, I want to talk about some of the things that modern women say to kind of deter men from going overseas, from becoming a passport bro, becoming a man who goes overseas to venture out and find women who are fit, feminine, friendly, who are more traditional, who in a sense are basically more traditional women, cooperative, submissive, cooperative women that they want to be with. One of the main things, and maybe I'll do a video about some of the things that modern women say, but one of the main things that they often say is those women just want you for your money. And modern women have a great way of projecting themselves. They really don't know how to just let it alone, be quiet, not say stuff. And like I said in one of my other videos, they love to talk. They love to complain. They'll go forever talking and talking and talking, complaining and complaining and complaining. They'll do that forever. They have an enjoyment in that. They have an enjoyment in holding other women back. They have an enjoyment of holding men back, because they have a pretty much disdain for men, and they want, everyone to, be lonely. They don't really care about family. They don't really care about the family unit. But like I said, one of the main things that they often say is those women overseas, they just want you for your money. They say that often. They say that all the time. Which is, to a certain point, women do want a man to be a provider. Women do want a man to be established. They do want a man to be, financially capable, financially literate. They do want a man to be, the head of the household, the leader, the one that takes care of them, so they don't have so much pressure, with bills and things of that nature. But they kind of leave some things out. They just point out that women overseas want money, and they don't point out that those women overseas, there are a lot of women overseas that still have traditional values. They still have a value in just a man in general, just having a man as a protector, as a provider. Having a man in general is something. You don't really hear them saying, I don't need a man. You don't hear them saying, I've seen some of the younger ones who are kind of getting that modern mentality in. I kind of hear some of them, saying that, we don't need men, and it's kind of trickling around. But for the most part, you don't hear them say, I don't need a man. I just want a man. I don't need a man. A man can't do any, that modern women stuff. But a lot of times modern women, they just say, women overseas want money. And like I said, it's just a projection. But my question to them, and a lot of YouTubers say this, but my thing is, if they just want money, then what are you doing? What are you asking for? What do you want? Because there's a whole lot of modern women out here. All they want is money. All they want is a man's money. You see it every day. You see it on social media. You see it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the social media platforms. Women talking about money. They talking about men's money, trying to get over on men, trying to get someone's money, especially on social media. They're saying, okay, men have to spend this amount of money on me. He has to make this amount of money. And that's all they talk about. All they talk about money. They don't ever talk about a man's character. They never talk about, just the person. They never talk about that. They always talk about his money. How much money do you make? And they're very bold and they're very adamant about it. A man has to make this amount of money. You ask the woman, how much does a man have to make? She normally says over 6 figures, 250,000. You hear someone say he got to make, and that's just not feasible for every man to make that kind of money. Every man doesn't. It's not realistic. Every man doesn't make that kind of money. But that's what they're interested in. That's what they feel like that is the standard. They feel like that is the thing that they have to have. So when they're talking about women overseas, they're pretty much projecting themselves. And then on top of that, they want a man to make all of this money. They want a man to have this big bank account and have all of this stuff. And then they turn around and say, I don't need a man, which doesn't make sense. I don't need a man. I don't, men are beneath them, and I'm not going to cook for him. I'm not going to clean. So what? So what are you going to do? You're not going to, what are you going to do? You're just going to sit at the house and not do anything? That doesn't make sense. That's not feasible, and is not working. Like the playbook that modern women have put out is not working. And another thing is they're upset at women overseas and more traditional women. They're even women in the United States and in the West. Modern women get upset at traditional women who are doing things for their men, who are treating their men right. Anytime you see a woman trying to treat her man right, doing something for her man, modern women get upset because it's messing up their system. It's messing up their playbook. Their playbook is basically for them to be lazy. That's basically the playbook, for them to do what they want, when they want, how they want to do it, not do anything for a man, and for the man to take care of them. That's basically what they want. But then you have traditional women who are saying, which they are getting a good deal anyway. Women get a good deal either way. You're a traditional woman, and a man is there for you, and he's taking care of you. He's protecting you. He's trying his best to provide for you, and you look out for him, and you cook for him, and you clean for him, and you make sure, he feels like a man. You do the things you're supposed to do. That's pretty much how it should be. And modern women are upset at traditional women because the traditional the traditional playbook works better, and it's working better for men. Men are more apt to go that route. And modern women are getting upset. They're getting more and more upset, and they're steady trying to push this stuff. Like I said, and like I've been saying, modern women love to talk. They love to complain, and they're gonna complain about this stuff forever. My main thing, and I haven't said it this year, but for these modern women, the best bet is to leave them in the dust. Just leave them in the dust and let them talk, let them complain, because they're going to continue to complain, because that's all they want to do. They want to talk. They want to bring other women down. And for you other women, if you want a man, you want a good, steady relationship, you want a stable relationship, you really want a relationship with a man, you're going to have to learn how to put some value in that man. You're going to have to learn how to cooperate with that man. You're going to learn how to submit to that man. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that word submit, but I'm not going to take that word out of the vocabulary. I'm not going to take, you have to submit to the person that you're with, especially if you decide to get married, you're going to get married. You have to submit to that person. A man has to submit to you. So you have to submit to that man. It can't be a one-way thing, or it's not going to work. And it's a lot of trends and stuff going on. Women in the West, they're turning around talking about they want to be soft and they want to be housewives now, because they see that this modern stuff is not working. This modern stuff is just not working for them anymore. Because men are walking away. They leaving them in the dust. They pretty much leaving them in the dust. And when they get a little bit older, they start looking for a mate. They don't know how to do anything for a man. All they know how to do is use and take. So when they say women overseas, all they want is money, well, what do you want? What are you asking for? You got women out here talking, I'm not gonna go on a date unless it's an expensive meal. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna. All she said, if you're around a woman and all she is saying is negative things, then you need to leave her in the dust. That's all she's about. Well, I don't do this. I don't do that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not cooking. I'm not cleaning. I'm not doing this. I'm not going there. I wouldn't eat there. So that means you don't do nothing. What's the point of being around you? What's the point of being with you? So that's just my little bit of 2 cents today. Just want to impart a little bit of wisdom on you guys today. Yoda, go ahead on and like, share, subscribe to my channel. Leave in the comments in the comment section below. Your comments will be greatly appreciated. Tell me what you think. And like I always say, love you guys millions, and I'll talk to you later. Club.